I am thrilled to share with you today that we at Faith and Public Life Action are endorsing Kamala Harris and Tim Walz for President and Vice President of the United States. When I consider our shared values of compassion, dignity, and accountability, they easily lead us to make the decision to endorse the Harris-Walz campaign. Harris's own interfaith family and upbringing created the conditions for her to learn early on what it means to sit in complexity, to know that the answers are not always obvious, and to navigate circumstances beyond her control. Our faith traditions teach us how to do this as leaders, give us wisdom and practices that help us move forward, step by step, and acknowledge mistakes and make changes when we have to. Throughout her career, Kamala Harris has faced difficult leadership choices and used discernment, informed by values we share with her, to navigate complex and imperfect situations. As faith leaders, we know that road, and we know the challenge of being faced with multiple imperfect options and still needing to choose and lead others through tough situations. This will be a challenge for Kamala Harris as she navigates our country's role in war and armed conflict around the world, rising violence in the United States, and a political landscape that includes more and more attacks on elected officials and political figures. But we are endorsing her because she is prepared to lead in this environment. We know from our faith traditions that God does not require perfection of us. Instead, God invites us to live in communities of faith that hold one another accountable when we inevitably make mistakes. Our faith traditions teach us how to hold our leaders accountable with the rigor the moment demands while staying in community with them. Leadership is hard and complicated. Faith leaders know this deeply. When deciding to endorse a leader, we are in turn making a commitment to pushing that leader to hold those values as they navigate their position. We must seek out leaders who are willing to discern with us, who share our values, and who we trust to make hard decisions with more information than any of us have access to. And we believe Kamala Harris and Tim Walz fit that description. This election is historic. While many note Harris's race and gender as being a milestone for our country to live into its diversity, we also know as spiritual people that we are in a moment of great change and opportunity in our society. Our faith traditions offer us wisdom in parables, scriptures, koans, and proverbs about times like these, times when a discounted leader is given space to share her gifts and impact society, when unforeseen circumstances clear space for a new leader, and when external circumstances in our lives invite us to re-examine our own limited thoughts of what we think is possible. This is such a time when transformation for our society is possible. We are called in this transformative moment to endorse the Harris-Walz campaign. And we as faith leaders are called to commit to hold these and all leaders accountable in ways rooted in our faith values when they inevitably fall short of their potential. We believe that Kamala Harris is a part of the change that can come during this special time, but she cannot do it alone. We endorse her, and we are clear that God wants us to use our gifts and talents as well to transform our society toward deeper belonging and community. I look forward to bringing about that change with all of you.